Hello guys, my nickname is Angry and this is my swift breakdown of Taboo's latest episode. I found 8 major happenings, so number 8, the duel. I totally predicted that this duel will be only a fraud because East India and Crown will not allow James to die. During the battle we also saw another of James's characteristics shine, and that's mercy. So if you didn't really understand what happened here, and why James didn't get killed, it's because the gun wasn't loaded. By other words, there was no bullet in it, because again there was a company guy who was loading the gun. I personally love this scene because I love watching James outsmarting his opponents. Number 7. Consequences of stealing the saltpetre. We could see them throughout the whole episode. The house, ship and office of Delaney were all raided by East India soldiers, but not only that, James had to bribe the people that stole the saltpetre, or at least help to steal it. In the best case, he gave them gold and diamonds, in the worst, he threatened them. We also saw a guy losing thumb and another guy getting killed. Number 6. American Spy. Even though that in the episode it wasn't said whose spy this one is, I think that this is a pretty easy suggestion to make, because later in the episode American spy leader knows everything important to force James into creating gunpowder for Americans which are still in the war with England and they need it in next 8 days. There is also one thing worth mentioning. Carlsbad didn't know about this, which makes me think that she either isn't the real leader of American Spy Network, or the Doctor is trying to get rid of her and replace her. Number 5. Nootka soundtrack document. James found it in the trunk of his father that Mrs. Delaney had hidden, but with this document there was a lot more others, which weren't so important for James, but I think that some of these items will be seen in next episode, and they will be important for the story. Number 4. Mrs. Delaney has an admirer. The chemistry guy is well-known ladies man, and he has some interest in relationship with Mrs. Delaney, as was stated in the episode. And you know, nothing happens in TV shows without certain reason, so I am just pointing this out because there will be some plot point when the cooperation between these two characters will be the most needed. Number 3. The secret is revealed. I told it guys, maybe not in the video, but from the first episode where we got to meet this little guy, I knew that he is not son of Horace Delaney, but rather James Delaney. And based on the fact that every time Zilpha, James's half-sister, and James meet, they talk about some secret, it's this one. They have a child. And I am really interested in how this story will play out, whether they will ever become a family or something else. Number 2. Ship that sank near the Golden Coast. We get to meet George Chichester, who is representing Sons of Africa, better to say humanity itself. He has his own way for looking at people, which is very progressive at that time, and he seeks justice for 280 lost souls from ship called the Influence, which by his words should belong to East India Company, which killed all of those people for profit. Because Crown and mainly Majesty the Prince Regent wants to make some damage to East India, George gets allowance to start research of how everything happened. We can say that there is a lot more going on between East India and Crown than problems around Nootka Sound. They have their own histories, so be aware of that guys. And number 1. Getting rid of the devil. We already know that there is a huge connection between James and Zilpha, but what we didn't know is that the curse, or better to say magic power that James has, also applies for Zilpha. This is a pretty big deal because it makes her story a lot more important to the series itself and a lot more possibilities for the story to progress. Okay guys, that's everything I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want, please like, share, subscribe, and if you want more stuff from Taboo, check out my playlist that I created for this situation. See ya!